Greetings and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Dungeons 2, my minions. Right. Well, we are sort of ready for dealing with the Alliance. I mean, there's more gold I want to dig out. And I do have more space for more minions. Not sure what I would invest in though. And I can get more trolls, right? No, I don't have enough pop points. Which I can research. So let's just do that. While we're busy. And again, there's not really a rush. As such. Right, let's make the Nagas restore faster. And we have finished researching that. Fine. Let's get rid of the old one. And I think... yeah, I think I can put in one more. This should not obstruct the movement in the workshop. Although it will limit the amount of toolboxes I can store. Although again, I can improve that if I have the gold for it. Right, the gold vein has been depleted. As soon as they pick up all the gold, this is going to be removed, because I don't need a stray gold mine or a gold chamber over here. Alright, that's all fine. Let's tag this. And this. And might as well set up these treasure rooms over here. And dig out all this sweet, sweet gold. Right. I think... yeah, we're pretty much as ready as we're gonna be. As soon as this is finished, I'm gonna send out my troops. It's time to take out the Alliance and finish focus on what is actually the problem here. And that's that the demons are not on our side. Well, let them come then. Let's not have you lead. That would be bad. Right. Let's try to make the hospital a little bit more efficient. Still complaining about gold. Well, I'm digging out as fast as I can. It's just my snots are incredibly slow. Especially when digging from these gold columns. Right. Well, if there's nobody else... nobody else left to restore, let's go forward. Alright, you're all done. Then I am not waiting. All the healers, come with me.
The Alliance and the demons continued to unashamedly bash each other's brains out. It would be a really good chance to do something wild. Like, for instance, destroying the Alliance camp.
I'm working on it. Not like the Alliance has really been a threat to me. Right. Extra HP, that's fine, but I don't really care. Right. That's our entrance into the Alliance camp. Oh, whoops. Dig in. Right.
The Alliance camp lasted about as long as a flock of sheep at an Orc family reunion. As a bonus, so to speak, a plateau appeared very close to the demonic crystal. Perhaps a troll rock thrower could be useful here. Fortunately, the mission plan following Evil had just recently recruited the troll rock throwers. This kind of unit could dig in and then attack the crystal from the plateau. A plateau allowed the displeased Evil's creatures to see the unnatural pulsating of a demonic crystal. This crystal was located on the surface and could not be reached without anyone succumbing to its power. The trolls smashed the demonic crystal to pieces with their enormous rocks and so put an end to the aura. The Horde was once again on the march.
You'll pay for that. The one true evil will not be stopped.
Yeah, that's what you think. I mean, I kinda got the army here. What do you have?
The Horde discovered another Alliance camp. Go get 'em! I mean, that's what the ultimate evil speakers might say in that climate.
Right.
The Alliance camp went up in flames. An inner voice, as well as the mission display, informed the ultimate evil that there were no other camps in the area.
Alright, let's deal with the rest of these demons. Now they seem to be going down quite easily to magic attacks, or ranged attacks to be more specific. And my army is quite tough enough to be able to handle anything the enemy is throwing at it at the moment.
A few more demons had idiotically thrown themselves into an attack on the Horde. There was an entrance leading into the underground behind them. That had to be Gandaldor's hideout.
Alright, anyone that needs to be... Yeah, you can have this.
Welcome. You who are about to die, we salute you. For you will die here. For horror. For the one true evil.
Oh, stow it. Right, so we have a trap. And we got some demons off to the sides. And I didn't bring my trap remover, so I'll just let that go. Let's just go through the sides. I mean, at this point, I really have the firepower to just blast through these demons. There you go. No, that's just cheating. Come on, kill him, kill him.
Gandaldor hit the ground. The horde had triumphed. Quite naturally, even a demonically possessed magician was absolutely no match for the ultimate evil.
Nope.
Nevertheless, Gandaldor's words were significant, because he really was convinced that he was serving the one true evil. Apparently, there was competition out there. The remaining demons fled from the victorious horde in droves via brand new demon portals that suddenly appeared out of nowhere. Where would they go? All would be revealed at a future date. At least their master had been destroyed. Troubled by the lack of control it was able to exert over the renegade demons, the ultimate evil traveled north into the Plague Lands. This area was home to the undead, who had eked out an existence there for eons. It was certain they would be eager to join the ultimate evil.
You seem very certain of that, Mr. Narrator, but I don't think so. Right, so we have had quite a successful mission, but now there's a different path available. There's actually two missions here. One will just lead us on with the monster faction, and the other leads us on with the demon faction. But it's not quite the same evil.
While the Alliance was marching against the Horde in the west, the east remained quiet. However, a few demons had fled the fight against the ultimate evil, and so the free city of Bentos was about to experience a somewhat lively day.
As we've now seen all the monster faction bits, let's have a little bit of a variety. With the demons, which are somewhat different.
While the Horde was raging in the west, fighting the Alliance, another evil was rising in the east. It all began in the city of Bentos, one of the free cities whose inhabitants were famed for their fresh breath. But our story begins in the vaults beneath the city, which connected the great temples together. Suddenly, and without warning, a mysterious portal opened.
What the hell?
The guard's exclamation proved not far off, as shortly thereafter a demon hopped through the portal and lunged at the guard.
Red alert! We're being attacked! Man the weapons!
The Templar Knights responded quickly and diligently set to work destroying the incoming demons. At the same time, other such portals began to open in the city. The normal city guards, however, were not as sharp as the religious Brotherhood soldiers. A gang of shadow lurkers hopped out of one of the portals. Very emaciated demons, not exactly known for their intelligence. But it seemed as if a larger and much smarter power was guiding them. It looked like they were being controlled. Quickly, these little creatures made their way to another portal nearby to wait for other demons.
Yeah. Shadow demons, not particularly powerful, have the ability to go invisible, and they activate traps and doors. Shadow demons are also responsible for mining the mana. Alright, let's be stealthy. Because we are no match for these guys.
Unseen by the guards, the shadow lurkers snuck past. Another group, however, had now noticed the portal and were on their way to inspect it. The shadow lurkers had to hurry to eliminate them before they could sabotage the portal.
Alright, these guys we can kill. Alright, let's just get to the portal. Alright, that should do it.
The portal was saved, and out flowed enchanting creatures. And enchanting was the word. A succubus, or more accurately, several succubi, poured out of the portal and joined the rest of the demons. They too seemed to be guided by a higher power. Let's call it, without anticipating events, the chaotic evil.
Yes, let's call it that. Let's make this place a little bit more appropriately demony. Just in case these portals need to respawn stuff for me. But now that I've got the succubi, which are my main healing units, and also my main ranged units, for the moment, regeneration. Suppose I can put that on one of these guys. Alright, that's quite enough of that. Evil afoot. Well, there will be soon enough. I kinda really want to go down to the dungeon and play with my new demons.
A few guards who were loitering in the area were on their way to the nearest portal. This presented a great opportunity for the chaotic evil to try out the enchanting powers of a succubus. Being sneaky, the chaotic evil did have one of the guards charmed, at which point the guard promptly started to attack his comrades. A magnificent spectacle.
Yes, quite useful for a bit of crowd control. Alright, let's get rid of this camp.
In the meantime, a new demon portal opened a little further away. Out of it streamed demons, who unfortunately came face to face with some Alliance guards. The demons of the chaotic evil immediately set out to help them.
Well, I would if I
A
could.
group of guards had assembled and stood in the way of the demons. To make matters worse, there were some amongst them whose eyes could easily spot invisible beings. The shadow lurkers wouldn't be of much use here.
Alright, come on.
A huge square divided the city of Ventos in two. This area was heavily guarded. Too heavily for the still weak army of the chaotic evil. The demon invasion will probably grind to an inglorious halt here. Oh, who am I kidding? Of course it won't grind to a halt, because just at this moment another portal opened, from which mighty pit fiends emerge. These massive demons wouldn't have any problem storming these defenses. The chaotic evil's army secured the square with ease.
It is so very nice to have the help we need. I do appreciate that they don't drip feed us the demons in a separate section of the game and just give us everything. Alright, but that's it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. See you all next time.